Hey everyone, welcome back to an episode of Create with Linda. It is Thursday, guys, and it's around 3:45 in the afternoon. Coming on because I'm going to get dinner going. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make boneless pork chops, okay? Boneless pork chops. I'm going to make, this is not good. I can see it already. I'm gonna make stuffing, but with the box stuffing, the store brand. But I'm gonna I'm going to put other stuff in it. I'm gonna make it better. I don't know if this is good. Let me look at this because I have sausage in here, a half a thing of sausage. Okay. Hold on 1 second. I gotta answer this call. All right, guys. So right now is I can't use the sausage. It's not good. I don't know if I showed it to you. I had sausage, but it's not good. So that's out. So what I'm gonna make is I'm still gonna make the stuffing. I'll put celery and onions in it, and I'll put some. What is that stuff that's in sausage? What is that stuff? What's in sausage? What's that main ingredient? I gotta figure it out. I gotta remember what it is. And that, I'll put that seasoning in there. So, yeah. So I'm gonna get started on that because it's already almost 4 o'clock. I wanted to show you, I was in my garden earlier. I haven't really looked at it in the last 2 or 3 days because it's been raining and I didn't even want to go out there. So, but I went out there and I found some things. I want to tell you guys that string bean plant that I have in the tires, that I told you was almost dying and then came back to life. I was looking through it today because I just want to make sure because there was little buds on it the other day. And all of a sudden, here was this. A nice big fat green string bean. There's a few there that are small that are coming in, so I'm excited. The plant looks like it's dead, I'm not even kidding. But so do the other string bean plants, and I got string beans out of those today. See, these are the difference. I had the yellow ones in the big bed, in the stand-up bed, and I had the green ones, the green seeds in the tire. So yeah, so I got some string beans today. So we got a nice handful of string beans, not a lot, enough for me and my husband, 1 or 2 people, or I eat them raw, but like, got some nice string beans. And look what I'm going to show you guys, because one thing about me is it's really hard for me to do a garden because I am like that type of person that wants to see growth like tomorrow. You know what I mean? I don't have many patience. It's torture almost. So I have carrots growing in there. I told you guys, and I picked a couple of times, and they were really, really tiny. And then today I've let them go for like 2 or 3 weeks now. And I said today, you know what? I feel like looking at something. I feel like picking some and seeing if they're how big they are. So there's a lot in there, so I just took like a handful and I pulled them out. And this is what I got, guys. Look, I'll show you. And look at this one. They're little baby carrots. Now, I don't care if they're babies. I'm gonna leave the rest in there for the whole month of August and see if if they grow any bigger. And once August comes, I'll rip them out and see how they're doing. But I got all these carrots. Now they're little baby carrots, but they're so sweet. They're delicious. Look, so excited. And I got some tomatoes that I just felt like let me pick them because they're under the foot. It's not great. My garden, I let it go, and I really should have tended more to it, and I didn't. But anyway, so I got little baby tomatoes. I'm going to put them on the windowsill. I got some little onions from my scallions, and this little cucumber. These 2 little cucumbers. I should have put them in with my pickles the other day. I'll probably do that, and I'll put them in. I'll make more pickles and put them in with my pickles. So I got these little tomatoes. I'm going to put them on my windowsill, just so maybe they'll turn red. And then I got some more tomatoes over here that I'll show you. Let me turn these around. I got these right here, hoping that they'll grow. And those are my scallions. I got to change the water actually. But it is, I think those 2 right there on the left, on the end, are starting to change a little bit of color. So I'm excited about those, so I'll leave those there, and hopefully those will turn red. And the ones that are in the garden, let me switch these over. Okay, the ones that are in the garden that are still in there, I'll just leave them there and check them out in the next couple of days in the week and see what happens. If I feel they need to come out, I will. I'll take them off and leave them in on the windowsill. So we'll see. I have these bananas here because I planned on making blueberry banana bread today, and I haven't gotten to it yet. Hopefully, I can get it done by tonight. If not, I'll get it done tomorrow. Tired, guys. Tired. All right, so let's cut up the. I'm gonna cut up the stuff for the stuffing. This way I can get the stuffing going. It's not gonna take long. I told you I have the box stuffing, and I buy that once in a while, and I just zazz it up. I just put all kinds of good stuff in it and make it like it's delicious. It's absolutely delicious. So let me go in the back and get the box. I gotta get an onion and get the cutting board out and start chopping away. I bought this celery at Walmart because I had some celery to dip in with ranch, and I forgot about it, and it's still it's in there. I'm like, oh my God, I have celery, because one thing I like to put in my stuffing most of the time when I do my homemade stuffing is I like to put in celery and onions, very small pieces of celery. It just flavors it. I like celery seed in it. I like celery in my stuffing. All right, let me go in the back and get the stuff that I need. I'll be right back. Guys, I just tasted the carrot. One of the little carrots. So good. So sweet. So sweet. Just sharpening my knife. So I told you all that Billy's going back to work Monday, right? Thank God. He was back to work, and thank God, guys. Because I'm telling you, couldn't handle it much longer. Yep, so forget about that. All right, so we're going to cut the onions up in little, small pieces. We're going to cut up some garlic. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the stuffing right in a frying pan. And then I'll saute everything and then add the water. This is a very quick meal. The stuffing is very quick. The pork chops, I'm going to put the pork chops, I think I'm going to bread them tonight. Yeah, I'm going to bread them and put them in the oven. Probably the toaster oven. They come out so good when they're baked. The thick pork chops, you just got to watch you don't overcook them. But as long as you don't overcook them, they'll be delicious. Because me and pork chops don't get along too well sometimes. I have to be very much on it and make sure that I don't overcook them. And I usually like to use the bone-in pork chops, but we got a really good deal on this big pork roast. And I bought the big pork roast because I'm going to cut pork chops out of it, and I'm going to make a big pork roast too. So that's what I'm doing. All right. So guys, let's see. What do I have to talk about today? Nothing really major. There are some stuff that I would love to talk about, but I just can't. Just for a lot of different reasons, but I don't know. I don't know, guys. You know what? I don't even know what to say. All right, I'm going to cut these fairly small, but not too small. I mean, small enough because my husband loves onion, but he doesn't like big fat chunks of onion. He likes them pretty small, so I'm going to do that. Oh, did you guys like the surprise on the video the other day? My husband dancing. Couldn't believe he did that. Wasn't that funny? He's hysterical. He keeps me laughing, I tell you that. He keeps me laughing. Yeah, so I'm going to cut these pretty small, like I said. So yeah, I'm a little nervous about him going back to work, you know, only because, you know, it's scary. We've been together for the last 3.5 months, and just, you know, with the heart situation, just always being with him and making sure he's okay, and I'm just always nervous, you know, when he's sleeping at night, I'm like making sure that he's breathing and all of that. So it's a little scary that I'm going to be away from him for a good 10, 12 hours sometimes, you know, but it'll be okay. It's something I have to deal with. What am I going to do, you know? I don't know. It's life, right, guys? It's life. I know that people will tell me that. It's life. So yeah, can you guys see, or is there a freaking glare? Because I always do, I don't want to, sometimes I go back and I look at the videos and I'm like, God darn it, they didn't see what I needed them to see. All right, here's the garlic. Now, Carla, I'm not using my garlic thingy today. I'm just going to use it like this. I just feel like doing it this way, and that's okay. And I use it constantly, so I love my garlic peelers. Love it. But I'm just going to do it like this. I feel like it's quicker today. What I got to do is I got to have a garlic, I got to take time and sit down one day and do all the peeling of the garlic. So this way I can put it in my jars and have it all ready. That's what my plans are. That's what I want to do, but I just haven't been able to get to it yet. So just smash it. And it comes off pretty easy. So yeah, it's gonna be different again. My husband not being here. He works Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, he works Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. He's off Monday, he's off Friday, he's off Saturdays and Sundays. Right now, because what they do is they have bids that they go for, so when they go for another bid, he might have a bid change, which might mean that he might have a day change, you know, the days change or whatever. So yeah. So my live went really well the other night. It was so much fun. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Actually, me and Jenny are going to do a live. I think she's going to sleep over Saturday, more than likely. We're going to do a live little cooking or baking segment. And because then Sunday, I think me and Jenny are going to get our hair done by Julie. And so I think Jenny's going to sleep over. And Jenny's actually, when she was over on yesterday, oh, she was so homesick. She kept crying. She's not crying, but she kept saying, Mom, can't I sleep over tonight? Can't I sleep over? I want to sleep over. I want to be here. And it got me a little nervous because I was like, what's the matter, Jen? What's going on? You know, and like that incident that happened at her group home. And, you know, she was very upset about it. And I think that where it stems from, you know, you just got to be careful with group homes regardless because, you know, as good as they are and as good as the staff is, sometimes things happen and sometimes they don't. Sometimes things don't happen like they're just supposed to. And I'm not going to say exactly what happened, but there was an incident inside the incident that I thought was settled and that I had settled with the staff member and all that. And then when Jenny was over here yesterday, she told me something that was disturbing that I couldn't let go, that I had to talk to the manager about. So I sent her an email and she called me and she's a doll. I love her to death. She takes care of everything. She's up on all the things that she's supposed to be up on. And I know in my heart that she'll take care of it. And whatever is happening that maybe shouldn't be happening won't happen again. So you know, I didn't think that what happened was appropriate at all. I knew it wasn't a practice that they did. So I had to bring it to the manager's attention. I had to because I didn't want it to happen again because it was something that took away Jenny's rights. And they specifically, because they're adults, they specifically tell them once a month what their rights are. Their rights are this. They're not allowed to touch their property. They're not allowed to do this. The staff's not allowed to do that, and they know. So when Jennifer was here, she was very upset, and she was telling me, Mom, she was not allowed to do that. She was not allowed. I'm not going to say specifically. She was not allowed to do that. And she was so upset. She almost was on the verge of tears. And I was like, what did she do? Like, because when I spoke to the staff member, she didn't tell me that. She didn't tell me that. She didn't tell me that. So, anyway, I really like, I really like the staff member, and she's human, She just thought that was the right thing to do at the moment. But the thing is that they don't practice that. That's not something that they do at the group home. So she knows. So she knew that. I don't know. Maybe she just did it in the. It was nothing to majorly hurt Jenny or anything like that. Okay, it wasn't anything physical or anything like that. I completely trust them, and know that Jennifer's safe and taken care of and all of that. But it was a practice that shouldn't have been practiced. So anyway, she took care of it. She told me about it. They're going to retrain, and this is what they do. It's really important. I'm really glad that I have a state group home, that she's in a state group home, and I really kind of wanted that, even though it was something Jennifer fell into. I really wanted that because they're very strict, and things are done the right way, and I just think it's safer and better. So anyway, I was glad about that. So yeah, so everything's, she's going to straighten it out and taking care of it. I pray to God that the staff member doesn't lose her job, because I really like her, and she's a nice lady, and all that. And it wasn't anything, where Jennifer was hurt or anything, but I just don't know how they run their practices, how, if they don't go by the rules, what happens to that staff member? I don't know. It's the state, so that scares me. I just pray to God that they don't fire her or anything like that, because she's, I would feel really upset over that. But I did the right thing with talking to the manager and not just the staff member, and she even told me that they prefer that you talk to the manager and not the staff member, because, the staff, the manager is the one who writes up and schools them on everything. This is the practice of the house. When you're hired, this is what we can do, this is what we can't do. So they know the rules of the house. I don't know. So that's that with that. But yeah, guys, it's really difficult to navigate. It's just an everyday worry, an everyday thing to navigate. When you have a child with a disability, a niece, a nephew, whoever, somebody that you're taking care of or watching over, it's very scary, because they're at their mercy. They really are. And you have to be a helicopter parent, advocate, person, whatever. You have to be. I learned that when I was 30, when I had Jenny and Jennifer had her issues. I learned that from then on, because we always had to be her advocate. We are the ones that had to make sure. We used to go into the school district, into their meetings for Jennifer to get her. Jenny needed. They would recommend. Oh, Jennifer needs 3 physical therapies a week, 2 speech, 2 occupational, and we would walk in there, and the school district would literally say, okay, she's going to get 1 therapy a week, 1 occupational, and 1 speech. Yeah, that's what they would say. And then I would say, okay, well, I said, well, the therapist recommended that she gets 3 a week. Oh, I know, Mrs. Fee, but it's really not in the budget, and it's really, we can't do 3. And I'm like, well, all right. I said, but when I get home, I'm just going to have to call my lawyer and ask him if that's, sufficient. And every time I would say that, okay, she would get the 3 therapists. You had to do that. And isn't that sick? Isn't that sick that you have to threaten the school district or whoever to get Jenny what she needed to get? And that's what I learned from the beginning. We had to be the advocate for Jennifer. We had to be. Who else is going to do it? If she can't speak up for herself, who else is going to speak up for your child that's disabled and that's challenged and can't stick up for themselves? Who's going to do it? So, yeah. So, it's when you have a child, even when, kind of it was a relief, when not a relief because we wanted Jenny to go and all that, but it was a relief because all that pressure of what we've had to take care of for the last 30 years is taken off of you. But you never sleep 100% at night, Because why? Because you know your child is out there with strangers. Even though the strangers that you become to trust and you have to trust, it's still daunting that you know that your child, your challenged child, is in the hands of somebody else. Very, very hard. And I remember everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people, when we would talk about our children, you know, and like I speak to other parents, and I have this very good friend that her son and Jenny have been best friends for 30, 25 years and all of that. She's contemplating doing with him now. And he's not a very big communicator. So they would always say to me, you know, well, you're so lucky Jennifer communicates. At least Jennifer will tell you what's going on. At least Jennifer, you know, can vocalize. And that's true to a point. But do you know that when Jenny was talking to the manager lady about the incident, who she loves to death and is very close with and loves her, she didn't tell her about the incident, about what the lady did, which I found very, and she was shocked. She's like, and I said, yeah, and Jenny, sometimes she doesn't tell me a lot of things because she doesn't want to get anybody else in trouble. She doesn't want to cause conflict. They don't know these adults. They don't know. They're afraid. They're very insecure. They're very insecure, you know. And so when she was here, she didn't tell me till later in the night. She was sitting on the chair, and I was going to get her an ice cream cone, and then she told me, and she was like mad, and she was like, "Mom, you believe she did that?" And I was like, "What? What did you just say? Did she really?" I was like a beast, because I take things so like emotional, and I was just like, that's unacceptable. And my husband's like, you know what? He's like, I don't think it's that bad. Maybe it was just, you know, it was just for a few minutes. No. I know that's not a practice that they do. I know it's not a practice, number one. And I think that incident was something that Jennifer uses for her security. So you don't do something like that, especially when that's her whole world, whatever it was. You know, I'm just not going to give specifics, but I was like, no, that is unacceptable. I am not talking to the lady. I am talking to the manager, because that's what needs to be done. And she said to me, yes, Linda, you were right. You're right. You come to me with everything. There's a protocol for everything. You know, I'm sure she has to be not reported, but she has to be, you know, they had to go to the other the head manager. And, you know, like I said, I feel bad, but what other choice did I have? I have to protect my daughter, emotionally, physically, all of that. So that's my priority, our priority, and that's the most important thing. And here's the celery. I'm gonna take a bite. You know me, guys. Got a snack. So anyway, yeah. So it's not just, you know, dropping your daughter off with her bags and saying, you know, see you later, bye. You know, it's very, very daunting. So, and the manager and the staff member that they've heard with knows I'm a helicopter mom. And like I told you, she's very stern, but she also is very compassionate. But I didn't think that she would do that. You know, I called her up, I praised her. Thank you so much for handling it the way you did. You know, I praised her mainly because she took me down off of the ladder, off of the building, because I wanted to go get Jennifer. That was really one of the biggest things I praised her about. How she handled me and how she calmed me down and made me feel secure. That she would take care of Jennifer and that Jennifer would be okay. So she made me confident in that. So I was a little shocked when I heard that what had happened. You know, and like I said, I'm forgiving. Nobody's perfect. You know, it's just I had to do what I had to do for my child, and that's it. So, comment down below what you have done, what you would have done. I'm really curious, guys. I'm really curious. I don't think any mother, and I think mothers, and this isn't to say that it's wrong, anything about men or anything like that, But I just think mothers are so much more protective of their children. I really do. Just because they have that motherly, like, kind of tiger instinct. You know, you ask my husband or my kids or anything, I don't care. I would run into a ball of fire without even realizing that I'm in the ball of fire until it's too late, because I'm not even thinking about my safety or whatever. I'm thinking about the hurt that my kid would feel or that I would feel, you know, and that's how I raised my kids. And, you know, it was probably definitely overwhelming. It was probably too much, and it was, what's the word, overbearing and overpowering, you know, all that and over the top. But you know what, guys? I couldn't parent any other way. I couldn't. And, you know, and it's just that's the way it is. And you know what? If it was an adopted child, I would do the same thing. If it was a child on the street that I saw was being abused or hurt or whatever, I would act like that child is my own. I don't really give a crap. I really don't. I'm not gonna, you know. And I think we're all like that. You know, good. We're all the good people are like that. You know, of course. But yeah, no, nope. So yeah, comment down below. I'm curious, guys. Curious what you guys. I mean, I kind of know. I mean, anybody I think would have done what I did, but you know, there are some people that wouldn't. But that's them. But that's not me. So anyway, okay. So the garlic, the onion, and the Bill. What is that flavor in sausage? What's that flavor that they put in sausage? What the heck is it?
Pork.
No, not porky knuckle. It's like, what is that? I gotta Google it. I'm gonna have to pause and Google it. There's that certain season that they put in it. What is it called? Sesame? No, not sesame. Comment down below if you guys know what it is. I'm gonna find out, and I'm gonna fennel. I have I don't know. I have fennel seeds. That's what I'm gonna put in my stuffing. That'll give it the flavor of the sausage, you know, a little bit. I have chopped meat, but I don't think I want to put chopped meat in stuffing. Bill, you wouldn't put chopped meat in the stuffing, right? No, I don't think it'll. No, I wouldn't put chopped meat. That's the only thing that I could put in other than sausage that would give that fennel taste.
Thank you, Your Honor. On January 18th, Alan and his wife, Mr.
It'll be fine because I'll put a little bouillon in it. It's going to be extremely flavorful. Extremely flavorful. All right, so let's get the stuffing going. Let me get the pan that I have the cover with, because I like to have the cover. Oh, God, it's all the way in the freaking back. Jesus, Lord. All right. Oh, here it is. So, I love to talk to you guys about everything, and there are just some things that I feel like I shouldn't say or really don't want to talk about. It's just hard for me. It's really hard for me not to talk to you guys about it, not vent about it. But there are certain things that I feel that I can't talk about. I can't say because I don't want anybody taking anything the wrong way. And I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, which I'm not, you know, saying I'm going to. I'm just saying I don't want to go there. So I'm just gonna not say anything about anything and just go on with what I'm doing and enjoy this. So that's it. All right. All right. So let's heat the pan up. What the heck is in there? It's like an onion peel or something. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna put a little olive oil in here. You know what I'm thinking? Sausage, pork is sausage, right? Maybe I should put a little pork in there in the stuffing. I don't know. To give it a little bit of flavor, of extra flavor, I'm gonna do that. Yes, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it. Let's get this over here. All right, let's shut this for a minute because I don't want nothing to burn because I have a tendency to do that. Put it on and the thing is smoking and everything else. I do that all the time. Not a good habit. All right. You know what it is, guys? With this whole situation that I was telling you I was heartbroken over. I'm just really heartbroken. Like, I'm not even mad. I mean, I am a little angry. Only, yeah, I have to admit it. I am a little angry only because I feel so hurt and betrayed. I just feel hurt. Not even betrayed, just hurt. And it's really hard. It's very heavy on my heart. And I'm not embarrassed to say it. I'm not. It's very heavy on my heart. And I'm really struggling with it. I really am. But there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it but move on. And it's very hard. It's very hard. That's all I have to say. You guys know when you have when your heart's been hurt and your heart's been broken, you know what it's like to feel that. So that's what I'm dealing with. That's what I'm dealing with, guys. And I know you're compassionate to that. I know you are. All right, so I got this on a good deal. Where did we get this? Aldi? ShopRite? No, ShopRite. This pork loin. Come on. This is huge. This was like, I'll tell you how much this was. Where's the oven? This was $10.52. It was $2.28 a pound. That's what it was. $2.28 a pound. Could you believe that? Could you really? $11? Almost $11 for this? That's it? All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this part off here. I'm going to cut that here. And put this over here. Okay. I'm going to cut off a little bit of this right here. This is like the fat. I'm going to cut this up. I'm going to cut most of the fat off of this and put this in with the stuffing. That's what I'm going to do. Because that really tiny pieces, that's going to flavor this like it almost has sausage in it. This knife is not doing a good job of it because this is a lot of fat on here. And what I can do is I can take the fat out. I could take the, I don't know what I'm going to do. Let me think. All right, I'm just going to cut little pieces in this into little pieces. Really tiny pieces. I want tiny pieces because almost like the size of the onion and the celery. Okay, because that is what is going to give it just more flavor. Because honestly, I don't mind using like the bouillons, but I don't like to use a lot because it is very salty. It has a lot of processed stuff in it. So I try my best not to use it so much, you know. It's really not a practice that I would like to do a lot. So I try not to do it as much as I can. So if I can flavor it with other stuff, you know, healthier stuff, it's just pork, you know, pork they say is the other chicken, is the healthy chicken. That's what they say because pork is not, you know, it's a lesser fat meat. So they do say that. But pork is better than beef or, you know, high in fat beef and all that. So yeah, so I'd rather do that than to really use more bouillon. So the less bouillon I have to use, the better. So it's really good to flavor with healthier things, obviously, veggies, fruit, you know, veggies, you know, meats that are good for you and all that, then it is too. So I'm going to cut more of this at the end off. Let me sharpen this freaking knife again because it's really getting dull again. All right, guys, so I'm going to put the pan back on, let it get hot again, put some olive oil in it. You know, I hardly ever use vegetable oil. I have it. I use it for certain things if I fry or whatever. But olive oil is really the go-to that I buy. Olive oil is what I go to, you know. It's just a healthier oil, and I just like the flavor of it. So what I'm going to do is put the garlic, the onions, and the celery all together and let that render up, get it all flavored. Then what I'll do is I'll put the I will put the, I'll start cutting, I'm gonna start cutting up the pork right now. Let's put this over here on this cutting board. So I got organized. I'm pretty organized tonight, guys. It's very calming to do this, you know, like calming. I love my daughter to death and she's amazing and all that, but it's very stressful when we do like Saturday when we do our live. I'm just gonna prepare everybody. It's gonna be hectic and it's gonna be a little stressful. So what I'm gonna do is figure out how to make it as less as stressful as possible. I'm gonna see, maybe she really wants to cook and not always do baking. So I think I'm gonna do a cooking, something cooked with her, but I'm just trying to think of what. Something very simple that she likes maybe that we can do that will be, you know, be able to be organized in a better way, organized and, you know, calm and all that. It's gonna be hectic. No matter what, it's gonna be hectic because, you know, it's gonna be live number one, and that's gonna be difficult to begin with, and then, you know, whatever. But I have to think about what to make on Saturday. Maybe tacos. That's a favorite meal, but I don't know if I want to make tacos. That's really easy though. You just put the shot meat in there. You cut up some tomatoes, and you know she could. Maybe I'll see. I'll see, guys. I'll see about that. We'll see. But yeah, something not so stressful and easy. So we'll do that. All right. Let's turn you around, and we'll wait for that to heat up a little bit longer. And then, right, what I'm doing, I'll do this now. I'm going to do the pork chop. All right. So this pork right here, I'm not doing anything with right now. This has a lot of fat on it. I'm not going to play with this one right now. I'm going to do this one and make the pork chops. Okay, the boneless pork chops. So I want them a little bit thick because the thicker the better. The less, the thinner they are, you know, the quicker they'll overcook. If you want to make thin ones, you can make thin ones. You can make a stir fry. You can make. That's why I like this because for $10, look at what I got. This is like 3 meals right here. Not even kidding. 3 meals and maybe more. Okay, let's put the other stuff in. So that's what I like to do, guys. When I'm on it, I like to, you know, do stuff like that when I can. And with everything coming about, you know, and hopefully our money situation getting better, I'll get back to doing what I always did, you know, and always loved to do. And I'm starting to do that now, and it's really a godsend. And I'm so excited about him. I just living normal again, guys. Living normal, which is still like paycheck to paycheck, but it's still normal for us. You know what I mean? It's still. All right, that's what you want to hear. You want to hear that sizzle. I'm not going to put the pork in yet. I'm going to wait a minute to put that in. I'm going to actually higher this flame a little bit. All right, so we got garlic, celery, and onions. Now, if you don't like onions, don't put onions. It's just, you know, like my daughter, she schooled me the other day when I, you know, because I'm making her meals. I don't know if you're new here. I've been making meals for Julie. She gives me the money to go get her the food she wants, and I make her meals for her. I love to do it. It helps her, and it's just a lot of fun for me. But she doesn't like onions, and one of the meals that I made her, because growing up, I would make stuff with onions in it. I just wouldn't. I'd make them small, and just she wouldn't, you know. But she never liked it, and by accident, I did a meal for her, and I'm just gonna put a little bit more olive oil, and I put onions in it, and she said to me, we were talking, and she's like, and I said, Julie, do you want onions in your whatever? And she's like, no, Mom, I don't want onions. You know I don't like onions. I don't want to be crunching onions. She doesn't like the crunch of the onion. She doesn't like it. So I said, oh, okay. I says, oh, but wait, I put onions in your other meal. She goes, yeah, Mom, I didn't want to say anything and make you feel bad, so I didn't tell you. But no onions, Mom. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. You are paying for it, so yeah, you're right, you know. But I always put them in thinking, oh, she won't even taste them. And sometimes I'll do that, like when I make macaroni salad, potato salad, I'll shred it. I'll shred it. So all you get is the kind of juice. You don't get those big pieces of onion. That's fine. But if she gets the big chunks of onion, no, she doesn't like it. And my brother, I don't know if I've ever told you guys, I have 2 older sisters from my mom's first marriage with my dad. And then I have a 12-year-old. I have a brother who's 12 years younger than me. My mother and father got divorced. My mom got married again, and then she had a son. So my brother Michael Anthony, he's 12 years younger than me. He lives in South Carolina. Just moved there about 2 or 3 years already. 2 years maybe. He's got he's got 2 girls and a boy. And yeah, so I do have a brother. And my brother, all his life, has hated onions. And he would say to us, "Are there onions in this?" He'd go, "Mom, did you put onion?" And even me, I know, there's no onions in that. He goes, "I know, I could taste the onion." We try to get away with it every time, and every single time, guys. Every single time he knew. He knew. So yeah, I guess, onions are something that is kind of has like a strong taste, so you kind of know it, it's there. Unless you just put the juices in, You can taste the onion though, still, so I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So I do have a brother. He's so cute, my brother. I love him. He's a crazy man, but he's great. So I'm just gonna render this a little bit, and it's just a little pork, so it will be fine. And it's not sausage, but it's pork. Sausage is pork, So this will give the stuffing a little bit of extra flavor. Now, I bought this at Walmart. I think it was like 89 cents. I'm not even kidding. Sometimes I buy the stovetop. When I do my Thanksgiving turkey, my stuffing and my holiday stuffings, I never buy this. I always buy the bread stuff in the bag, the Pepperidge Farm or whatever. I always buy that. But when I like to keep these in the cabinet for a good, just a nighttime meal, and do that, and just a quick thing. So I'm gonna let that saute, and let's cut the pork. So like I said, I want them kind of thick. I don't know. I don't know how to measure inches or whatever, but I think that's about what I want. That's probably like, I don't know, what is that? 2 inches, an inch? I don't know. Like I said, the thicker the better. Because they're just going to come out better, in my opinion. But if you want them smaller, like I said, make them smaller. And you see this fat on the pork? I'm keeping that on there because that's going to make it more tender. That's why I like bone-in pork chops, because they have the fat, and they make it. I like a fattier meat. I like roast beef, like fattier. I like prime rib because it's fatty. I like my steaks to have fat on them. That's just how I like my stuff, my meat. But like my daughter, she doesn't. She doesn't like any fat. Like she likes the steaks that don't have any fat on them. Not me. I love the fat. I eat the fat. Which is not good for me, but it is what it is. Okay, guys. Now, depending on how thin and how fat you want your pork chops, you could get as many as you want out of this. So look what I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 pork chops. Okay, I'm probably going to make 3. I know my son will eat 3. My husband might eat 2, and I'll eat 2. So I'll just make, I'll make that. And I'll leave these, I'll leave these 2 on the side for something else. All right, so this is starting to really get nice and toasted now, guys. Sorry about all that throwing me around. Now what I'm going to do, I got to get the fennel seed out. I can't forget fennel. Remind me, please, guys. Where is the box? All right, so what I'm going to do is, let's see how much water this is going to take. 1.5 cups water. Okay. All right, so let's get that. 1.5 cups water, and then butter. Let me get the measuring cup out. Sorry about all, oh my God, sorry about all the noise, guys. All right, let's get the water. So 1.5 cups of water. We like a moist stuffing. So when I'm telling you that this is definitely not going to be enough water, it's not going to be enough water. But that's all right, because I can always add water, and I will add water. So what I'm going to do is let this come to a boil. I'm going to put butter. Let me get my butter. Let me get my butter. Now you put any kind of seasonings that you want in your thing. Let me get the fennel. I think I have fennel over here. This got some on it. This thing was great. This goes up on the cabinet. I had this. It's my seasoner. It has all my seasons in it. Then it broke and it fell off, and the things aren't really that great. I don't know. So I'm just keeping it until I run it all out of it. Then I think I'm going to throw it out because it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, and it just gets in the way. All right, thyme. I'm going to put a little thyme in it too. Where's the fennel? I know I have fennel somewhere. Italian herbs, lemon pepper, parsley, celery. There's my freaking celery seed. Do you know what I did? Do you know what I did? Remember I told you I thought I had celery seeds? And I only found the celery salt? I bought celery seed, but I put it in this and didn't remember. So I do have celery seed in here, not in the cabinet. I'm telling you guys, I am so out there, it's not even funny. I do have celery seed. All right, let's see if I can find the fennel. I know I have fennel. It's gonna be one of those things. I'm gonna have to have my husband look up in the pantry, in the closet. Because what I do, guys, is I have, just letting this. What I do is I have a cabinet up here. Let me show you. Try to show you around the pork over here. Oh, I can't do that. Let me show you. I have this cabinet up here. Look. Okay, now you know I have the revolving counter on the bottom with all my seasonings and stuff. And I have this, and I have that other thing that I just showed you. Look at this. This is what I have over here. Look, a whole overflow of abundance of things. So I know I have fennel up there because I saw it. But what I do is when I get stressed out about it, I have my husband come over here because he's tall, and my husband will come over here and he'll look for the seasoning because it's in here somewhere, but I just don't know where. Hopefully it'll be right in front here. Let me see. I think it's in one of these little things. You know, these little McCormick set $8 friggin' little seasonings. I think it's in there. Let me see. All right, paprika. Look, I have rosemary. Here's chives. Ow, my freaking sciatica is killing me the last couple of days. Rosemary, no, it's not fennel. And I'm gonna get annoyed, and he's gonna have to come in here and look in a minute because I just don't have patience for this. Thought I had it. Rosemary, I know I have it because I remember seeing it and saying, "Oh, what am I ever gonna use fennel for?" Chives. Ooh. Ginger, marjoram, pickle spice. I put in my pickles one time and nobody liked it. I have this chili lime that I get at Trader Joe's. I forget it's back there. There it is. There it is. All the way in the back because you know what? I never use it. Here it is, guys. It's probably expired. All these things in here are probably expired because I barely ever use them. It's the type of thing you buy it for a recipe, you know, and then you don't use it for at least you only use it once or twice a year. Ow, that's what happens, but it is what it is. I don't care if it's 100% potent. I still use it. All right, so here's the fennel. All right, here it is. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this in. Not gonna put a hell of a lot, just a little. And that'll give it like it has sausage in it, because that's what sausage tastes like, so. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of bouillon in here. Now, guys, I'm not adding any salt or anything yet, because I gotta make sure that the bouillon content, what is this? Rosemary. I like a little rosemary in my stuffing too. And what did I say that was over there that I needed to put in it? I have all different kinds of seasonings, guys. I'm just crazy. Oh, celery seed. Gotta definitely put a little bit of celery seed in it. Yeah, I'm so excited that I have found my celery seed. Linda, get it together. Please get it together. All right, there, just a little bit. All right, I'm definitely gonna add a little bit more water to this because I'm adding more bouillon. I'm adding bouillon. Did I put butter? No, I didn't even put butter in yet. I got the butter, but I didn't put it in it. All right, let's put a little bit of the bouillon. Just a little. It's probably about a tablespoon. Yeah, that's gonna be sufficient. And I'm not putting any salt in. Any salt. None at all. Get my little whisk that my lady Carla sent me. I love you, Carla. Thank you. Oh, God, I never always forget to put my freaking apron on. What's wrong with me? I love my aprons, and I always forget. All right, so I'm going to let this come up to a boil and put the butter in it because I want to put the stuffing in when this is as hot as it could be, okay? That's what you want to do. All we're going to do is we're going to quickly bread the pork chops and we're going to put them I just mixed them all up again. We're going to put them in the what's it called? The toaster oven. They'll be cooked in 15 minutes, if that. And I gotta make a vegetable tonight. Oh, you know what I'm gonna make? I have those string beans. I have my string beans. Yeah, I got my string beans and I got some of the other string beans. Now these I had in the refrigerator. These are actually, they're the steam ones. I was gonna use them a couple nights ago and I never did, so I just put them right in the refrigerator. So they're already soft. I'm not gonna cook them. I'm gonna cook them right in the frying pan. And I'm gonna make, I'm gonna put my fresh string beans in there. Yahoo! And I'll put the other string beans. And we'll have a vegetable. I wanna have a vegetable, you know? Oh, and I'm making mashed potatoes. Am I making, no. What are we having with this? Oh, stuffing. No, I'm not making mashed potatoes. I'm confused, guys, because I'm going to be making Julie's meal. I'll tell you what I'm going to be making for her this week and for us combined. I'm going to make mashed potatoes with that meal, so I don't know what I'm thinking. Let's let this come to a little bit of a boil. All right, let me get a plastic bag so I can get I'm going to put it in a bag. I'm going to put some breadcrumbs with some seasonings, and I'm going to do it that way. And I'm not gonna put egg on them. I don't know if you guys are new here. If you're not new here, you don't know. You won't know if you're new. That when I do my breading, sometimes I'll use eggs. Sometimes I'll use water. And tonight I'm gonna use water. Sometimes, like if I'm making fried chicken, even in the air fryer or whatever, I use. Don't you love my shirt? I love it. I love it. From Courtney from Our Little Gingerbread House. Love it. Oh, listen. Oh, you guys aren't going to see this before that. I was going to say, Missy from Cooking on a Budget is going live at 7 o'clock. I don't think this will be put up until after 7 o'clock, so I'm sorry. But go check out Missy on a Budget. Go check out Our Little Gingerbread House, Courtney. Go check out Our Little Country House. I hope that's what it's called. Ellie, I always forget. I'm gonna look and make sure that I got it right. Who else? I'll think about who else, but those are the main people that I love, that I just adore. Go check that out. Anyway, I just lost my train of thought. All right, let's get some breadcrumbs in here. All right, this is it's boiling, so I'm going to open this up. And I'll show you what I do. And guys, stuffing is the type of thing, what the hell was the scissor? Stuffing is the type of thing that you like it the way you like it. Like when we used to go to my sister's house for Thanksgiving, my sister would make a very dry stuffing, where I make a very moist stuffing. We don't like dry stuffing. We like it moist. And this is definitely going to be moist. So I'm going to mix this up, let this sit with the cover on it. I hope I didn't put too much liquid. If worst comes to worst, I could add a little bit of bread to it. All right, let's let this sit. I think this might be good. I think it might be perfect. All right, let's let this sit here and do that. Let's get this cleaned up a little bit so we don't have all this junk over here. And then I'm gonna get the pan for the string beans. Put that over there. I want to get the string beans going as soon as I put the pork in. Even before, because I I need to boil the string beans a little bit because these are the fresh string beans. So let's boil them a little bit. Oh, Bill, I just found the frog. He fell behind the thing. The frog is right there.
Oh yeah, I saw it up there.
Yeah.
I meant to tell you.
Guys, let me tell you something. I am deathly afraid of frogs, and I'll tell you a story quick. When we lived in Florida, I don't know if anybody knows, we lived in Florida for 7 years. About what was it? How long ago did we live in Florida? 13, 14 years ago? He don't even freaking hear me. Like 13, 14 years ago, we lived in Florida, and we lived there for 7 years. And I used to come out my house, my door, and after it rained, there was frogs by my door. And I'm not just talking about little baby frogs, okay? Not just little ribbits. They were like the size of cats. I'm not even kidding. Those big, fat, slimy, ugly bullfrogs. And guys, they would scare the living crap out of me. I was deathly afraid of them. Deathly afraid of the frogs. But for some reason, I love freaking little frogs. Like not real. You know what happened last year? I was in my garden. It had rained, and I was in there, looking through, combing through all the weeds and trying to get through, get to the string beans and everything. And all of a sudden, I went like this, and on the side, right on the side of the box, I see these little bulgy eyes staring at me. It was a freaking little frog. It was little. It wasn't that little, but it was little. I let out a scream and ran like. Guys, I'm so afraid of frogs. I just think they're slimy and they scare me. I don't want them crawling on me. I don't like them. So anyway, but I love little baby frogs. I love little baby frogs, like fake little. And we got these at the Dollar Tree. I got my husband one. Julie got my husband one. I got my one, and I had it up here, but somehow it got on the floor, and Cooper must have brought it outside because I found it outside on the grass, all chewed up. But I love it. So then I was at the store the other day, and I saw this. Is that adorable? Me and hubby, look, 2 little frogs. And I like these kind of frogs. These are the frogs I like. They could stay near me, and they could even touch me, but that's it. I ain't going no. And a couple of months ago, I saw this in the Dollar Tree, and I said, oh my Lord, is that adorable, guys? He sits on the thing. Is that adorable? So I like frogs, and I think they're so cute. Those are cute, but that's it. All right, so that's my story, guys. I know I got a lot of crazies. I got a lot of crazy stories. All right, let's get the string beans. Oh, I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have put the. I wonder if I should just make the carrots too. Yeah, I'll just throw the. Oh, a lot of these have the little things. Some of these have the little thingies on them. Bill, where is the scissor? I don't even know why he never hears me. He really doesn't. He can't, his hearing is just, I'm talking to him, he doesn't even know I'm talking to him. I'm going to throw the carrots in there too, guys. Why not? All right, let me show you. Am I showing you guys? Yeah, I'm showing you. I could wait a second. There was another attack planned and somebody foiled it. Thank God. Now, we're supposed to have some sort of wind advisory tonight from that. Everybody, look, I meant to ask my YouTube friends, comment down below if you guys had any issues from the Hurricane Debbie. I hope everybody's okay. Please tell me, comment down below if everybody fared okay and everybody was good. I have family in South Carolina. I wanted to make sure that everybody was good. But I think I also have, relatives. Some relatives in Florida, friends that are relatives, and they're okay. But, yeah, it's hurricane season, guys. Ugh, hate hurricane season. Oh, now there's a hurricane about, wait a minute. So we're supposed to get tonight, and I think tomorrow night, some rain and wind and stuff from the hurricane. So, yeah. It's going to be, the weatherman's on there now. Hopefully Debbie will slow her roll a little bit. And my daughter, who's going on her honeymoon in October, my daughter got married in October of last year, right? And they couldn't go on their honeymoon right away. They had to save for it and all that. So they're going October on their honeymoon to an island, you know, whatever, Dominican or something like that. And I said to her, Julie, do you realize that hurricane season is in October? If you Google hurricane season, guess what comes up? August, September, October. I said, you're not going. She's like, Mom, we got the insurance. Mom, believe me, hurricanes they know when hurricanes are coming. If there's a hurricane even going close to there, I will not go. And I said, you won't go because I'll freaking chain your arm to the freaking bedpost. You ain't going nowhere if there's. It just scares me. And I'm like, you know. And she said they got a really good price. And of course you get a better price when you go. I know somebody who went on a cruise in the middle of freaking hurricane season. And guess what? Guess what happened? There was a hurricane. They had, it was a big thing, and they couldn't even. They had to leave early and all that stuff. So I know it's cheaper, but as long as she takes the precautions and she doesn't go if there's anything brewing, because I'll be watching the news, then it's fine. But I wouldn't. That's something I wouldn't do. I'm just a baby when it comes to that. But anyway, Oh, that's an onion. I have some scallions in here too, guys. So we're gonna get a little bit of weather. I'm mad because I wanted to go to the beach Monday, but Billy has to actually go to work in work Monday for a couple of things before work Tuesday, so I can't go Monday. But maybe we'll go during the middle of the week, or maybe we'll go next Monday, because we still have a couple more weeks before everything closes. For the beaches, Labor Day or Memorial Day. Which one is it? I forget. All right, so I'm gonna let these boil on high for like 5 minutes until they come up to a little boil, and I see them getting a little calm. Then I'll put the other string beans in. I'll take the water out, put butter and stuff, because those string beans right there are cooked already. They're steamed. You know what I mean? They just have to be steamed, so that'll be fine. All right, so we'll clean up this mess. I'm not gonna do that right now because I want to get the pork chops breaded. All right, so let's do the breaded. Let's bread the pork chops. Like I said, the pork chops, I'm telling you, will be done in 10, 12 minutes. No exaggeration. All right, so let's get some breadcrumbs in here. I'm going to put breadcrumbs. I'm going to put a little bit of grated cheese. I hate to go overboard with breadcrumbs because one thing about breadcrumbs is, I guess you can reuse them. I've seen people reuse them for the same thing. If you're going to use them for chicken, I guess you can reuse them for chicken, or if you're going to use them for pork, you can reuse it for pork. But I don't know. I don't feel comfortable doing that a lot of time. I don't know. And not only that, but so I like to be a little more conservative, which I always end up throwing some out because I put too much in there and then it's wasted. But yeah, I try to be a little bit more conservative because you can always add. You know what I mean? You can always add, but you can't take out. We know that story. All right. We're going to put some garlic powder. And this is seasoned breadcrumbs, but you know me, guys. You know me. I'm not going to put any salt in it because this is black ground pepper. Because the stuffing is, it's processed stuffing, so it does have some sodium in it, so I'm not going to do that. All right, so onion. And I'm going to put, I will put a little bit, I'm going to put a little bit, I'm going to put a little bit of Mrs. Dash in here. God, Linda. You speak? All right. So garlic powder, onion powder. I'm going to put a little Danos. Oh, this isn't Danos, this is ranch. I'm gonna put a little ranch in. My husband doesn't like ranch, but he never knows when I put the powder in, because you can't tell. Oh, I need a new one. You can't tell, really, you know what I mean? And I will put a little bit of grated cheese. That's another reason why I won't put salt in here. All right, so a little bit of that. So it has a little bit of that flavor. And they'll be like, what is that flavor? What is that flavor I taste? A little bit of grated cheese. A little bit of grated cheese. A little bit of salt and pepper. All right, so just, I want to put some paprika in here too. Put a little paprika. Where are you? Oh, guys, I'm going to show you something in a minute. I'll show you that in a little while. All right, where's my paprika? Oh, Lord in heaven, I just wish it would appear when I need it. I don't want smoked paprika. I like smoked, but I don't. I only put smoked in certain things. Where is it? Just had it. Does anybody know where the paprika is? I can't freaking find it. I know it's always right here. But you know what my husband does sometimes, and he doesn't know it, and it's not his fault. He'll take a seasoning that I keep down here and he'll put it up there. And he doesn't realize it. It's not his fault. He doesn't know. But then I'm going crazy looking for the freaking paprika. Now I got to use a little bit of this smoked paprika, which I don't want to use. No, I'm not using this. I'm not going to use that. I don't know where the hell it is. Heck it is. Italian. Chili powder. Everything else but paprika. But you know what'll happen? I'll find it when I'm not looking for it. Yeah, I will. Because that's the way it goes. Where are you, paprika? Okay, whatever. Whatever, paprika. Alright. So this is what I'm going to do. Dip it with a little bit of water, and I don't want it soaked in water, guys. I know I'm going to find my paprika. So the minute I'm not looking for it, the paprika is going to be in my face. Because that's the way it goes. Let's put this here. We're going to put some olive oil spray. Where the heck is it? Alright, those are frying. Those are boiling a little bit. I'm going to put the other ones in now. Okay, I saved a little bit of the real olive oil. We'll use the olive oil spray. Now these right here, I guarantee these pork chops will be done in 10 minutes. Now, the thing with pork chops, and you do what you want to do because you know everybody has their own way of doing things and all that, but if you want a moist and a tender pork chop, you take the pork chop out when it has a little bit of pink in it, a little bit, because the pork chop is going to cook while after you take it out. And then if you take a pork chop out, and I've done it 90% of the time, you know, unless I really have to make myself aware. If I take it out when it's kind of white, really white, then the pork chop sits, and every single time the pork chop is going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe you guys think it won't. Maybe you could try it. That's how you do it. You do it however you want to do it, guys. I never tell you what to do. You do whatever you want. But that's what I do. And I don't even care if it has a little bit of pink to it. Having a little bit of pink on the pork is okay. You're not going to die. If it can't be bloody and really pink and, you know, all that stuff, obviously. You know, if you're a cook, it's obvious. Or look in a cookbook, or I'll show you what it should be. It can be a little bit pink. Not raw like a steak, like you like rare steak. No, but a little pink to it, yes. And that is going to be a tender freaking pork chop. Okay? Okay. All right. So we got 3. Like I said, I'm going to make Frankie 3. I'm going to put 2 in at a time. Bored with this. I like doing my stuff in bags, like shake and bake. There's a whole other thing that I do, guys. I make, ooh, let me put the other string beans in. I love to make my own, I don't know where the heck that freaking scissor went. I like to make my own pancake mix. I like to make my own taco seasoning. And I like to make my own shake and bake. I haven't done that in a very long time, but I like to do that. I'm just going to put that in the water for 2 seconds. I forgot to take the water out. But I'll put that in, those string beans in there, and then I'm going to take them out. And I'm going to take the water out of there. But yeah, I love to make my own things like that. I just have to get back into it. For so long, I didn't have to buy. I don't buy shake and bake anyway. I don't buy shake and bake. I'll make my own if I have to use it. Like pancake mix, I like to have it in the back in my containers. You know, if you ever want a pancake. We don't eat pancakes a lot. We rarely eat them, waffles, but I like to have that in there. And I like to have the taco seasoning, because the taco seasoning, you know, if you want to buy the big thing, if they're expensive, then you're going to buy the little packets. I like to make my own taco seasoning. It's better. They don't have, you can control all that salt that goes in there. You don't have to put all that salt in there. You know, it's just a lot better to do your own freaking pork chops. I mean, your own taco seasoning. So, and then I'll do, yeah. What do I have here? Let's see what I have. All right, I gotta take the water out of that because I don't want those string beans to overcook. I want them to be nice, and I want to put a little butter in there and a little olive oil and a little bit of garlic. And like I said, these are gonna cook so fast. And they're gonna be nice. And you know what I do with my pork chops? Every single time I make my pork chops and I bake my pork chops, I'm just gonna make all of these, that's all. I always put a little tad of, my mother always did it, she put a little piece of butter on each pork chop when she baked it. And that's what I do. Coming up soon in the fall, I'm gonna be doing a segment or a couple of days of, maybe 3 or 4 days of my mother's favorite meals, my mother's best meals, and the ones that I love as well. I'm gonna be doing that. So, and the fall's coming, guys, get ready. If you're new to my channel, if you're not new, you know that I go crazy on fall. I do at least 2 videos a day. Don't mark my words on, don't write it in stone, but hopefully I'll be able to still keep up with that pace. I do at least 2 videos a day. I do a fall food Friday. The holidays are very, very, very busy for me and a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And the last couple of years they've been even funner because I had like a sidekick and we had so much fun planning and doing everything and doing collabs together and everything, and I'm just baffled. I'm just baffled. Anyway, let's move on. All right, I'm gonna take the string bean, the water out of the string bean. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna, I can't apologize. I can't not say some things. My heart's hurting. That's all. Okay, let's take the water out of this. And so, here we go. I'm gonna put this on low and let this, I'm gonna put some, the stuffing, I have to check the stuffing out, guys. It looks like it might need a little bit of water or broth. Well, not broth, because I already put broth in, so I won't put more bouillon in there. I'll just put water if it needs to be moister and a little bit more butter. All right. I'm trying to clean up as I go. Come on. All right. Let's put some butter on this. This is what I do, guys. I'm only going to put a little bit because I know the butter crazies are going to be, Linda, why are you using butter? Like I said, my husband's an adult. I know what I have to do. I know how I have to cook. A little bit of butter right here is not going to, you got to just do everything in moderation. Because you have to live your life as well. You want to be happy and healthy, of course. This was a wake-up call for us, of course. I would rather never have an ice cream cone in my life than not to have my husband. But it's also his life, and he also has to be able to enjoy it the way he wants to enjoy it. I can't do anything about that. I have some control, but you know what I mean? I also can't put the food in his mouth. He's not going to eat it if he doesn't like it or whatever. So I'll work my magic. All right, so that's what I do. That my mom always did that. I'm going to put some olive oil in the pan with the beans. And then I'm going to put the pork chops in. And then we're going to probably eat in about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Put a little bit of olive oil in. All right. And I'm going to go get the, I'm not doing fresh garlic. I'm going to do the minced garlic. And I'm going to wait till like the last 2 minutes that this is done because I don't want the minced garlic to burn because it will burn. The minced garlic, if it's on, even if it's on low, it's going to burn. I have to season it. So I'm going to season it with some, probably a tiny drop of salt, pepper, and I'll put some Mrs. Dash and maybe and Dano's in here because Billy will eat. He'll eat some string beans. All right, so let's put the pork chops in, and then we're gonna check the stuffing. All right, I'm gonna do 10 minutes at 375 bake. Woo! Sometimes I do good at that, and sometimes I don't. One went flying, but that's all right. All right. Let's see. Oh, definitely dry. I need water, guys. I need a little bit more water. Definitely. But it's almost there. And then I'll taste it and see if it needs any more flavor. Flavor. And I thought it would be too much water. You know, you can taste it and you can see that did the water make it taste a little bit too bland, like did it take a lot of the, oh darn it, carrot overboard. Did the carrot. Listen, stop, you're gonna be eating the carrots too. And you're having, Billy, you're having string beans tonight. I can't even get it. Yes, you are. You have to have a little bit of string beans. You like these string beans. I have fresh string beans that I grew and the other string beans that you like. Mark my word, you're having string beans. He's having string beans, guys. Yeah, I thought I didn't have enough water, but I actually, it was good. You know, not enough water. But I'll taste it, and if it has a good, you know, if it tastes good, I'm gonna make these as little pickles, guys. These little cucumbers. If it tastes good, then I don't need to put more bouillon, but it might need a little bit more flavor. So, and like I said, it doesn't have the sausage in here, which gives it a stronger flavor. But I have the fennel, and I also have a little bit of pork. All right, I'm gonna lower this. I don't want this to burn. Let's taste the stuffing. You always gotta taste your food, guys. You have to. How do you know if it tastes good? You're not gonna know. You're going to give it to your friends and your family, and you're not going to know if it's good. And they're going to say, ooh, this is too salty, or ooh, this is too, you know. How would you know? You wouldn't. You'd be like, oh, God, I didn't test it. Oh, God. Oh, my God. That is so good. Can I tell you? If I put any salt in there or any more bouillon, it would literally be too salty. It would be too salty because it's perfect. There's a perfect amount of the bouillon. You taste that bouillon in there. But it's not overly salty or anything like that, but it's perfect. Don't put any more, like I'm going to tell them, don't add any salt. Taste it first before you put any salt in it because it really doesn't need it. It's perfect. And you saw how much bouillon I put in. I put like maybe a tablespoon. Definitely need some black pepper. I'm not putting any more butter in it because I would normally put another piece of butter in it, but I'm not going to do that, and you want to know why? because my butter is all salted. I have all salted butter. And you know what I was mad? Sometimes you can't find, like, sometimes it's hard to find, like, like, I was at a store and they only had unsalted butter. I was like, where's the salted butter? And I never buy unsalted, but I think I might start buying a little, maybe a stick or two here and there and see how it does. I know that it doesn't, it doesn't flavor, like if you put it on bread or toast or something like that, it's yucky. But if you put it in with food, I don't think you really know the difference. And I think it will be better for me to use unsalted butter. I might change to that, because they won't know. Alright, let me get the garlic. I think that's what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna start doing unsalted butter. Don't tell my husband. Cause you know men. Alright guys, so I put the rest of the pork in here. This is that whole pork I'm gonna make. Might make it over the weekend. I'm not sure. If not, I'll definitely make it the beginning of next week. I'm gonna make a pork roast with something. You guys, I made it before a couple of months ago. I'm gonna make that again. My husband's requesting it. So that's what we're gonna have. So I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator. 2 meals, guys. Even more, 3 meals. Because we'll eat this. We'll eat off of this for a couple of days. This pork roast. Alright, so we almost got 10 minutes on the pork chops. I'm gonna check those. I put a little bit of grated cheese on the pork, on the string beans. Let me show you. I put a little bit of grated cheese on the string beans, guys. The fresh string beans are delicious. The carrots are sweet. Everything is delicious. Look at that. And here's the stuffing, nice and moist and delicious. Look at that, guys. And that's boxed 89 cents stuffing from Great Value. Yep. And that's what it is. I'm going to turn these around and I'm going to show you the pork chops in a minute. Alright guys, let's check this out now. Let's see if they're done. Alright, this is the smallest one, the thinnest one. Here. I guarantee you this one is done. Yeah, see? Right there. Look. You see that? You see that little pink? That's perfect. Now let me check the thicker ones. The thicker ones might need a little bit, another minute or two. Let me check. Because you don't want it, where you can really see it, but you want, no. See that right there? To me is a little bit too pink. So I'm going to put the thicker ones in for a little, like, literally maybe 5 minutes. No, not even. I'm going to put it in for a minute. And it'll be done in literally a minute. And it'll be perfect. Because remember, and you can use a thermometer, because I have had thermometers, right? And I swear to God, every thermometer that I have breaks. I mean, I spent $30 on one. I spent $10 on one. They all freaking end up breaking, and it's so annoying. But anyway, if you know, like, pork is supposed to be done at what, 145 or 165, something like that, put it in for, test it, and you can take it out a couple of, like, let's say it's just for instance, it's 145. Take it out at like 142, because it's gonna cook while it sits here. This pork chop right here is gonna cook a little bit more. So I'm literally gonna go over there right now and take it out, because I'm panicked, because I don't want it to freaking overcook. I would really be upset. Really will I be upset. Alright. I just don't want it to be overcooked, guys. I'd rather it be undercooked. I definitely would rather it be undercooked. So there you go. And this small one is cooked perfect. I would even say you leave it on in that would have been left in longer. It would be overcooked. But look, don't be afraid, guys. Don't be afraid of your pork. Don't be afraid of your pork. I'm telling you, don't. All right, I'm gonna make my dish, then we're gonna go over to the table, get ready to eat, and say goodbye. Be right back. All right, guys. So here it is. I had some cups of applesauce, and I love to have like applesauce like with my pork and stuffing and all that. But it was warm in the pantry, but I tasted it and it tastes fine. It's good. It's just it wasn't cold. I like it cold. But anyway, that's it. So here we go, guys. This is what's for dinner tonight: pork chops, stuffing, and garden string beans and carrots. I'm so proud. Even though it's only a little bit, it's better than nothing. All right, guys, so this is what's for dinner tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that notification button with that bell. And so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Like and share and comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And also, thank you so much for coming into my kitchen with me and creating, guys. Love yous. I'll see you on the next video. Bye. Hope you're having a great night. What? Oh yeah, I was gonna do the tip of the day. I'll do the tip of the day tomorrow. I'll tell you about the tip of the day because I forgot and I want to just eat my dinner. So love yous. I'll see you next time. Bye.